Welcome to another styling video. This time I'm attempting to do a Flexirod set with braids. I had blown out my hair using the Revere, which is a really great device if you're someone who likes to blow dry your hair a lot, or like me, you have super coily hair that gets just ripped out when using a comb attachment. The Revere is a great investment. It is a little bit pricey, but if you wait till they have a sale and you put aside some money, it is definitely affordable. It's basically like going to the salon 4 times in 1 year, except of course you're doing it yourself at home. Now it's been a few days since I've had this blowout and I wanted to do something different with it. So what I first had to do was detangle my hair. So I went ahead and just put some oil in it and just started detangling in sections before I went ahead with the rest of it, because to do a Flexirod set, it's better if the hair can be as smooth as possible, and taking out the shed hairs and ordering the strands so they all flow together in one direction is the best way to start, in my opinion, because I've definitely tried on wet hair before and it never quite comes out the way that I want. After detangling and parting, it was time to add the Flexirods. I just worked on one side at a time and I put 4 Flexirods in each section, 2 bigger ones on the bottom and 2 smaller ones on the back, because that way I could have the sections be equal sizes on each side, since I didn't have enough of the small ones and enough of the large ones individually to make them all the same size. Now you'll notice what I do first is go ahead and just roll it without any product, because I was just testing the technique and what I needed to do so that when I would go ahead and apply the product, I would be able to do it quickly and efficiently, because I only had a limited time before my hair would immediately start to revert. So I wanted to make sure that I knew what I was doing and my hair wouldn't have a chance to not be smooth after all the work that I just put into combing it out nicely. I also did my best to position the Flexirods toward the back so that I would be able to sleep more comfortably. Here I am just putting in the very last used Flexirod. It did get a little trickier as I moved to the top back sections because I kind of had to roll from above my head, but I did figure it out and it wasn't too bad. I made sure not to wrap the Flexirods too tightly because I've experimented with them before and wrapping them too tightly is very, very painful. So I made sure that they were secure but not too tight at the roots. Braided up the front sections to keep them detangled and out of the way until I am ready to deal with them, and then I went ahead and put a scarf on it as well as my bonnet so that hopefully it stays secure all night until I'm ready to take them down. Here I am almost a full day later. Sleeping on the Flexirods wasn't the most comfortable thing, but it wasn't terribly uncomfortable either. But I think next time what I would do is just use heat to set the rollers and then take them out after like an hour. But since it was my first time trying the Flexis, I figured I would just give it overnight to be on the safe side. As you can see, I have put the front half of my head into cornrow braids. I did not do that myself. I had help because I am still not the best at it, but I think they looked really, really nice. I went ahead and sectioned them off so I could start unrolling the Flexirods from the back. You'll see me making some faces because as I unrolled them and looked at them, I was pleasantly surprised. I really didn't expect them to be so bouncy and so relatively smooth. But again, like I said, I've tried this before on wet hair and it has never turned out right because my texture always just wants to come right through. But this time, starting on blown out hair, it worked pretty well. Before I went ahead and finished the style, I just went ahead and set it in place with some hairspray so that the curls wouldn't drop while I was manipulating the final look. I also opted to just kind of keep everything in place and not really separate out the curls because I figured they would drop on their own, and I was also going to be braiding it up at the end of the night, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't really disturb it too much. After that, it was time to finish styling everything. I used some pins as well as hair ties to put the braids where I wanted them, and added some hair jewelry and accessories as well as a very light lip to complete the look. And that's my finished look. Here's a view from the back. I really like how it turned out, especially with the bow. Like I said, I really didn't do a whole lot of separating, sometimes just a few where the curls were stuck, but not to create extra volume because I had plenty as it was, and I didn't want to disturb the curls too much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.